is out of NRL HQ. You've just posted a column not long ago on foxsports.com.au. What have you found out?
Yeah, I think there's a meeting going on. It's a phone hookup between all the CEOs and the NRL executives. So obviously Todd Greenberg, Andrew Abdo, Nick Weeks, those types are all going to be involved, and they're trying to thrash out the best solution as to how players can be safeguarded against potentially picking up this coronavirus. So they're talking about a lockdown, which would entail, let's say the Broncos as an example. Well, they've got that centre of excellence up there at Red Hill, Ben, and I believe they've got sleep pods and access to all those types of facilities. So they would all stay there together. Their families could come and see them, potentially stay with them if they wanted to, and then they would all travel around and continue to play the games as the draw dictates.
That's another point in all this too, that everyone out there that's trying to earn their living and going about their business as they are don't have the safety measures in place that the NRL have put in place for all our players. Like, for instance, South Sydney at Redfern Oval have already locked everyone out. So all the supporters they have all walk-ups that go and sit in the grandstand and watch the Rabbitohs train, they're not allowed in the ground at the moment, but it's for the safety of the players. Reggie the Rabbit's not allowed in the ground at the moment. The doorman won't be travelling with them to Brisbane this week. Shane Richardson's not going to the game. I don't think Nick Pappas is, because of these strict new lockout laws. Yep. They're going up there on a chartered flight and they're coming back the same night. They're not staying. The general public out there don't have the same safety in place.
No, they haven't got those same luxuries. And look, I think they're even talking about possibly, putting an entire team up at, say, a service department. They wouldn't go to restaurants, they wouldn't go to the movies, those types of things. So they're taking every precautionary measure possible to try and ensure that no player does become exposed to the coronavirus.
We should also say that Phil Rothfield was spot on here last night on NRL 360 when he said the governing body of rugby league is meeting, I think, with the appropriate experts daily. So I think V'landys and Todd Greenberg met with the New South Wales Health Minister. They're constantly getting in new information as it's received by the government to decide whether or not the competition will even continue this weekend. So this is to-the-minute information. So they're not being irresponsible. It's not like we found out something earlier in the weekend.
Beyond being irresponsible, I commend the game for what they're doing. I think worldwide everyone's panicked. I think we've shut down competitions around the world. I think it's as serious it's serious, no doubt, but it's not as seriously widespread in Australia as it is everywhere else around the world.
But it did start that way in the other countries.
I get that. But by the same token, people don't, as you spoke to, people don't have the same safety measures around them that the players do. And if the players are continuing to be isolated and continue to be healthy, there's every chance that in 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks, the NRL competition is still going, still playing, and everyone looks at it and says, you know what, if we put the right practices in place around the players, which is what they've done, then the game has continued, and I think good on the NRL.
Agreed, but it can't just be about the game. They need to continually speak to the fact they are consulting with the right people and understand they have a responsibility to a community that goes beyond rugby league, which I'm saying they are. That's what they need to keep telling the public. Now,